understand it, you will understand nothing else. And what are the rules of racism? Rule number one, all white people are racist. That includes the one you're married to. That includes the one you're sleeping with. That includes the one you're not with. That includes your pastor, your best friend, your white sister-in-law, all white people are racist. Now many of you are looking confused because you don't understand racism. You think racism means hatred. Racism does not mean hatred. Not all white people hate blacks. But all white people love the privilege that they enjoy vis-a-vis your marginalization. Your white girlfriend likes you. She loves you. She's helped you. That's personal. Racism is the business of keeping white people in charge of blacks. And there's not a white person in Texas, no matter how liberal, no matter how many times you slept with her, would burn her white privilege card to be treated or mistaken for you. Until you understand that, you understand nothing. You don't have to hate black people to be a racist. If I'm selling groceries and there's a grocery store across the street, and that grocery store is doing all it can to beat me, doesn't mean they hate me. This is business. Call it white supremacy incorporated. The fact that we grew up together means nothing. The fact that our kids are best friends means nothing. The fact that that white woman married your brother means nothing. At the end of the day, blood is loyal to blood. It has never been a movement in history by white people to remove their privilege. Oh yes, they'll fight to make the schools better. They'll fight to stop police brutality. They'll fight to clean up the neighborhood. They'll fight to get more black people employed. They'll fight to get you better health care. But they will never fight to equal the playing field between you and them. And the mistake you make is because you see white people doing something that appears to be beneficial on the surface. For blacks, you draw this general conclusion that they are interested in the best interests of blacks, and that is a mistake. White people fight for dogs. That don't mean they equal to them. White people fight for all kinds of stuff. That don't mean they consider it to be equal. The abolitionists fought to end slavery, but none of them fought for equality after slavery. All the white folks who wanted us out of the chains, when the chains dropped, they went right back to their privileged white lives. I remember when Frederick Douglass went to the founder of the American Abolitionist Society, William Lloyd Garrison, and said, "Why are you disbanding the American Anti-Slavery Society when my people are free, but no job, no education? They still slaves, and we got to keep on fighting." William Lloyd Garrison looked up at Frederick Douglass and said, "Fred, I fought to make your people free. I did not fight to make them my equal." And that's where you mess up. And I'm not instructing you to hate white people. I don't believe you should hate anyone, but I need you to understand how they operate. And one of the reasons why you keep on falling prey to the machinations of white folk is because you keep on judging them from your own black cultural reality. They do things you would never do. And you'll never understand them if you keep on evaluating them from a black ethos. They don't have a damn ethos. And then when you start talking about racism, white people shut you up by saying, "You sound like a racist." Look how they get there. Confusion is the way. How you want to be a racist? Have black people ever enslaved white folks systematically? Do we miseducate their kids? Do we kill their babies on the street? What have you done systematically to disenfranchise the white race? So how can you be a racist? In order to be a racist, you must be organized. Because racism is a group system imposed upon another group. In order for blacks to be racist, first of all, you got to be controllers. Second of all, other people have to be what you control. Third of all, you must systemically disadvantage the other group. If you get mad at a white person, what difference does it make to them? You cannot fire them. You do not teach the children. You do not give them their mortgage. You're not in control of their retirement. You're not the judge they're going to see in court tomorrow. But it's all the white person. You give them actions. Because even if that white person is poor in the streets of Houston, they might have relationships with white people who are not. She may be on welfare just like you, but guess what? Her grandfather is the judge. She may be homeless just like you, but her brother is the police officer. She might be homeless just like you. She got a cousin that works at the hospital where your mother is in the church. White poverty and black poverty are two different things. The poverty of a privileged group can never be compared to the poverty of an unprivileged group. So they hate you because of what you've done. They also hate you because of your intellectual potential. Do you realize that we invented half the stuff white people use, and we invented it before we went to school with you? They know the gas mask was you, the helicopter was you, the cell phone was you, the internet was you, the radio was you. They know what you, the refrigerated truck was you. And you did all this before you could sit next to white kids. Have you noticed since our kids would sit next to white kids, we invented nothing yet but that? Not everybody wants to school this segregation. Anybody knows Zora Neale Hurston? One of our greatest black female writers and poets. She was against school desegregation. Look up Zora Neale Hurston. I'll tell you someone else who wasn't for it, even though I'm not a big fan of him because he helped destroy the race movement we ever had, the coffee movement. W.E.B. Du Bois was against it. Don't get me wrong. I understand why Thurgood fought it. He had to fight it because it was a symbol of white supremacy. You had to crush it. Some of y'all say, why did Dr. King fight to integrate the lunch counter? Because it was a symbol of white supremacy that would have psychologically affected our children. It was irrelevant to life. But don't say Dr. King integrated. Dr. King died on April 4, 1968. You integrated yourself. There was never an integration movement in America. It was only an desegregation. They removed the barriers, but they never guaranteed participation. It was you who took your black mind and ran from the black community and ran to the white folks. You gave up your schools to be white folks. You gave up your hospitals to be white folks. You gave up your communities to be white folks. You did everything you could to get away from yourself. And then you got black people saying, well, segregation was better for us, they should have left us there. Listen to this one. Segregation was better for us, they should have left us there. Do you understand what you're saying? You're saying, I need my oppressor to make me do right by myself. And then there's the miseducation system. Some of you parents are still putting your kids in special ed. I don't know what you're looking for. Please tell me. I've been doing this for 20 years. What do you think your son or daughter is when they get out of special education? One of the worst education. Do you not understand special education was designed to resegregate black kids from white kids? Special education was designed to justify inferior education. Special education was the replacement of race with disability in the service of inferiority. Ain't nothing wrong with your son. The problem with your son is the white teacher that's teaching. This is why Dr. Umar Johnson never been on Oprah. This is why Roland Martin will bring me once in a while for 5 minutes. This is why Tom Jordan will bring me once in a while for 2 minutes. Because I'm not going to repeat the black bourgeoisie line of blaming single black mothers for the miseducation of black children. Today, what we do the Cornell West message. Let's That's not my message. The schools will not get better even if you pay these white women 3 times the salary they get. You mean to tell me if we gave white women $250 million, they couldn't do a better job teaching our kids? No. How can you say that? I can say that because the first thing you need to be an effective instructor is concern for the child you're teaching. And it doesn't matter how much money you make, if you don't care about the children, they do not learn. Do you know that love for your children is the key that opens the box of interest in learning? If the teacher is not committed to my best interest, I won't even try. I would argue that the education system in America is guilty of child abuse. And I think thinking about children are psychologically damaged more than students ever could in your house. And I'm still trying to understand why they never charge teachers with child neglect. Because many of them are guilty of just that. The research is clear. Teachers spend more time with the kids who look the most like their own at home. Teachers spend more time with the children who look the most like their own at home. So if 97% of all teachers in America are white, and your son is blue, black, purple, chocolate, how much attention does he get from Miss Slavinowski? And then he come home and complain to mom and dad about how he's being treated, and instead of you validating his experience, you try to make your son act like you don't know what you're talking about. Mom, they don't care about me. You know, just do your damn work. But mom, why do I gotta go to a school where I'm not right or wanted? Because it's the law. But mom, you see what's going on here? You are docile. Your son is not. And in this conversation, you're trying to teach him to be a slave like you. What does America hate the most, Houston? They hate the unapologetic African masculine black man. Brothers, have you noticed that we are the most undesirable species on earth? You should see me when I go check in the airport. And I got a first class seat. Even the black stewardesses looking like this nigga got sneers. And all the white folks is looking like, is he a rapper? Maybe he's a basketball. And they want to ask you, but you got that look in your face like, not the thing right now.